Call the meeting of the Bay County Board of Commissioners to order Tuesday, November 21st, 2023, 4 p.m. Roll call, please.
Nemec.
Present.
Benajak.
Present.
Millet.
Here.
Herrick.
Here.
Radke.
Here.
Hoyer.
Present.
Bickett.
Here. Please rise for the invocation and pledge of allegiance.
Lord, we ask that you grant to this Board of Commissioners and all those in authority the patience and understanding to work together for the good of all people. In your holy name we ask this. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we have the minutes from 10/17/23 and 11/7/23.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Agenda approval. Additions to the agenda. Need a motion to approve?
So moved.
Support.
Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Citizen inputs. You have 5 minutes. Want to step forward and sign your name if you want. You don't have to.
Good afternoon.
My name is Terry Spencer. I think I know everyone here. I'm the Monitor Township Supervisor. I'm here to discuss what's on the agenda today for our DDA in Monitor Township. Had conversations with a lot of you here. Part of my goals as a supervisor is to encourage economic growth in our township, which is also in turn growth for the county. Bringing this investment and growth to our community, good paying jobs, help curb the decline of the population by giving more opportunity to our children to stay here and work here in Bay County. We've had a lot of success in Monitor Township, as many of you have known from being to some of the ceremonies, meeting, presidential visit that we've had out in the industrial park. One of the investments, SK Siltron, $300 million investment, 100 new jobs, well-paying jobs, and good benefits insurance. Frito-Lay is out there right now. Not sure if that's still a secret or not, but I think everybody knows. $15 million investment. They had a lot of conversations, uncertain on what the jobs are going to be, but they've been talking 60, 70. These investments didn't come here by blind luck. They came from our team, working together, and we want our county to be part of this team, to be part of the success. Recently, there was a meeting out there. Mr. Begic was there, Mr. Barsha was there, and we had some conversations with the CEO of SK Siltron. And when he addressed the group, he was very clear that a $300 million investment can kind of go anywhere. And I think he even made the analogy, he didn't pick up a dart and just throw it at the map. We had a lot of meetings with him, a lot of discussions, and part of that discussion was the communication that he had with our township, with our boards, on how we're going to work to help them succeed in their goals, which are our goals. So, and kind of the same thing with Frito-Lay. It's only a $15 million investment, but we'll take it any day of the week. So I think it's a noteworthy statement to say that we've had the largest investments out there in Bay County history. That's not Monitor Township history, that's Bay County history. Our Monitor Township DDA has a budget less than $50,000. Now we've had a meeting and we proposed some things. We had some discussion a while back with several members of the county talking about our sunset and the benefit of keeping the DDA there. And I thought they were pretty productive, but the meetings, I think, were a year and a half ago. It took me a year and a half to get this on the agenda to talk about our DDA. Not sure why that is, but here we are today. And as I had said before, $47,000 for a budget that we're collecting, the DDA, versus the $315 million investment in our community, I think that's a pretty good deal. I would ask the board to consider our proposal, but I do want to be clear, you know, and like I said, it has taken us a year and a half to get here to have this discussion today. Part of the agreement that's back at us is if we're going to make some decisions, we have to come back to the board. It's essentially tying the DDA's hands. If we get another business, let's say it's a Frito-Lay, or let's say we're lucky and we get an SK Siltron, them decisions have to often be done in a timely manner. And I would hate that if we had to get in that situation where it would take us a long time to get back to see this board, and one, to get them to agree to let us utilize the funds captured to do something. That could lose investment that we might possibly have out there. So if we don't have an agreement, you know, there's a possibility the DDA could just sunset, okay? I don't know how that's going to benefit our community. You know, we've been working really hard to get these businesses to come out there, but we can't do it alone. I mean, we need the county board working with us, not overseeing us. We need this board to help us with our success and our common goals. And, you know, we put some things in a letter to, or an email to the chairperson, and we at the Monitor DDA feel this agreement needs to be adjusted to include the 30-year extension recommended by the county executive, capture the base of the 22 property values, a change the reimbursement grant of the $50,000 to allow the DDA to keep the first $50,000 as previously discussed, and spend the rest as the extension gets approved. With these terms that we previously agreed in principle, we could implement this economic development plan without requiring any additional county funding, and move forward with economic growth and job creation for our community. I'd like to thank you for your time, and I hope you take our proposal. Thank you. And I'm not sure if we're going to be involved in this conversation or not. We've asked, but getting a no up there.
That's a no.
That's disappointing, but I hope that you take our consideration. So thank you.
Any other public comments?
Good afternoon. My name is Dwayne Gore, and this is my first time at one of these meetings, so I'm going to, I guess, freewheel here a little bit. So I am the site manager for Lyondell Basel, which actually sits on the opposite corner of SK Siltron. What a lot of people don't know is that we're one of the top 10 chemical companies in the world, and we have changed hands, you know, a few times since we originally built the facility out there in 2000. And as of 2018, coming into the Lyondell fold, we've had the ability to do a lot of things that we'd hoped to do for a long time. We just made an $8 million investment in upgrades to the facility here this year, and hired on a lot of people, a lot of local talent. We actually brought some of our technical applications into the Bay City facility. So we've got people right now that are working. We hired was 4 or 5 PhDs in the last 18 months, along with several hourly folks. So that's our business, and I know Siltron usually gets a lot of attention, but I like to say we're the best kept secret back in the industrial park. We do some work in all different areas, from aerospace to automotive to downhole oil and gas. And so it's a very unique specialty business. But anyway, since I've been in there now for about 13 years, I've taken over as the president of the Owners Association, and most recently came up on the opportunity to be the chair for the DDA. I also sit as a co-chair on one of the boards over at Delta College for their skilled trades program. So for me, being born and raised in this area, I was born in the south end of Bay City, it's big for me to try to find an opportunity for our kids to stay here. I watched that from, my parents, and I have siblings that had to move out because there weren't jobs here back in the 80s. Having that opportunity, I've tried to hire local. I've tried to find every opportunity that I can to support our business with local talent. And having places like Siltron around and Kirkue that's over in there, we get to compete for our labor. And by doing that, we have to reassess our wages. That starts bringing, better jobs into the area, better paying jobs as we get the opportunity to do that. And we have the leverage as a large company to be able to look at wages. So for me, seeing more businesses come into the area, I entertain it. It's all very unique, and it's a labor pool that we can all take advantage of. And being able to have Delta College as close as it is, and with Monitor Township being a hub to all the Tri-Cities, it just really makes sense. So I'm very passionate about where we're at with everything from the Owners Association and the DDA, seeing Supreme Carpet get back up and moving again. They got a nice facility out there. So whatever we can do, I would really like to see the DDA get a chance to see if we can bring more talent and more businesses to the area. So I guess that's my spiel for today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more public comments? Any more public comments? Any more public comment? Close public comment. Petitions and communications. Have a public hearing. I need a motion to go into the public hearing.
Support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So this is a Bay County Recreation Plan. Conduct a public hearing. After the public hearing, adopt the resolution. So I believe, if you have any questions, we have Kristen here who conducted the public hearing. Anybody have any questions for her? Any public comments about was posted on the website. There was a questionnaire sent out. It is available on the website. So.
Yep, we had first the survey and then thank you. The survey went out, it was out for 30 days. We collected well over 1,000 responses. And then the draft plan is not only on our website, but it was on our Facebook page. This marks the end of the 30-day review period. And then if you recall, this is a plan that has a lot of our local jurisdictions involved, a lot of our local townships, the city of Bay City, city of Auburn, Essexville, things like that. So this is a project with intergovernmental cooperation. So once you guys adopt this plan, then all the individual municipalities will adopt the plan, and therefore all of us can use the same plan to apply for grants at the state level.
I'll call for public comment again. Otherwise, I call for a motion to close public comment.
Support.
That would be at 4:15 p.m. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now we need a motion to approve the recreation plan.
Motion approved.
Support.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. A lot of hard work. Presentation by Bob Brown from Region 7. Mr. Brown?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman,
Yeah.
honorable body, and administration. Appreciate this moment in time to speak to you about an awesome program that I've been living since 2004. And I want to thank you for, you appoint my governing board here at Region 7. And I want to thank you for allowing me to serve you, because ultimately this body is actually my supervision, my board of directors. You appoint my board of directors, so you are my governing body ultimately. And I thank you because you've given me, I've been in management, I've worked for the phone company, at executive levels and other places, BASF, several companies, and also served in the State House. And I just appreciate this moment in time for me, because I take care of 900 seniors in their home, and through partnerships with the counties of my planning service areas, we get to feed 3,000, and I'd be amiss if I didn't thank Beth Urich back there. She has been awesome. She's an advocator. She's one of the few, I shouldn't say that. She advocates beyond what her job responsibility is on your behalf, especially for meals. She's up there in Lansing with me. They know her. And I hope you allow her a little bit of flexibility to serve the citizens of Bay County, because it's so important they hear from the locals and not just Bob Brown, you know? They want to hear from you. So I work on an area agency on aging. I get asked all the time, how come the county can't do it? How come our council on aging can't do it? Well, there are demographics involved in the Older Americans Act that wouldn't allow that. If you were Wayne County, you could do it. In fact, Wayne County has 2 area agencies on aging, but their population is large enough and their over 65 is large enough. But 10 counties 40, 50 years ago had the wisdom to form Region 7, form the governance of it, and it's an awesome program. Meals, in-home care, Medicare, Medicaid, assistant program to help people consult during the time of open enrollment. How many of you know open enrollment runs to December 7th? We saved citizens through 10 counties $2 million last year with our consulting. And what I say is, you're all watching those ads right now. You know, open enrollment Medicare plans, it's amazing. It's worse than the political season, right, Jim?
Yes.
Yeah, it's more ads than politics, right? And that's because there's a lot of money involved there. And, you know, you got famous people, so I always like to say, please tell me it ain't so, Joe, because they even got Joe Namath out there pitching on behalf of insurance companies. If your citizens call us and get our consulting and/or Beth's group or whoever we're partnering with to deliver, we have unbiased consultants, volunteers, that sit down and help people. Yes, we don't get any commissions, we get no kickbacks, we have no interest in a insurance company. Like, you know, how many of us know about United Health and ARP? Can't be any bias there, right? Buy our product, right? Anyways, so send them to us. We will take care of them. We've got tables set up to help those folks through that. But again, Bay County's not big enough to be an area agency on its own, plus you wouldn't want to do it. Beth and her team cooks the best meals of Meals on Wheels, home delivered meals, soon to be Meals on Wheels. But with that, if she was an area agency on aging, she couldn't do that. We're not allowed to. We have to go out to the local communities and contract that service. So that's the other reason. The other reason is our admin's about 5.1 this year. If the state was the overseer instead of us and the wisdom, they allowed you to set up this entity to oversee 10 counties. If the state did it, they'd be able to take 15% of that money. And we'll get to the money part because the return on investment in this program is huge. So again, I thank you for letting me serve. Again, I handed out a blue book, and in there you'll see the important thing from a fiduciary. And by the way, you are my ultimate fiduciary overseer. I will tell you, we have had clean audits since I've been there since 2017. No management letters, no recommendations, nothing. We run a very clean house. So people ask, why should you invest a little over $6,000 That's because you get $6 million back in services to your clients. Most of that, and I'm going to use some other guest's thing, we're a huge economic engine. When you think about we're bringing $6 million in, and part of that is, the other part of this is, we're headquartered in Bay County. We're right down there on Euclid, and I have over 200 employees, and I would say about 60-70% of them actually work in Bay City and Bay County, Bay City, and most of them live and work here and play here. So other than that, I'd be happy to answer questions. The numbers speak for themselves. If there's any questions about these services, it's basically in-home care, home delivered meals, which Beth does, but we help subsidize along with your senior millage, helping caregivers. And one of the biggest programs, of course, is our waiver program, and that's our in-home services, long-term support services to keep seniors, veterans, and disabled in their homes versus institutionalization in a licensed facility. It's called SNF, or, skilled nursing facility, or we all call them nursing homes. And everybody's better at home. They get better care at home. So that's the big service we do, so.
Marshall?
Yeah, I don't have a question, Bob. We talk regularly, and I concur in your assessment of the job that Beth Urick is doing, leading our Department on Aging, and also the great team that we have in delivering nearly 250,000 meals a year to, homebound residents of Bay County, all across the county, and then a lesser extent at the congregate meal sites, but those are very popular too. But Bob, I know that you work very closely with our department and Beth, and you weighed in Lansing on some of these key issues, especially on you've been very supportive on, the emergency rules expiring on the takeout of meals. And Senator Ribbett is working on that issue and trying to get that resolved. And so we appreciate your leadership of Region 7. And also you're located in great Monitor Township, right out there on South Euclid Avenue.
I thank you for the kind words, especially on the grab-and-go meals. But a lot of that work, the changes that are going to come to policy, actually originated out of Bay County. And she's that person we keep talking about in the back of the room. She went to the right people and got people to listen. I sit in a group of several people in a statewide association, and they were advocates. They spoke, but you know how you get tired and you lay back? Well, Beth didn't get tired. Beth didn't lay back. And she actually got all the way to the governor's office, all the way to the department's office, and then nationally. So kudos to her on that. If I was a U.S. representative, I would make sure the law said, the Beth Urick bill, but I'm not. Don't want to ever go back into politics, bless all their hearts. And bless your hearts, because it's got to be, it is one of the toughest jobs, but I thank you for doing it. And I'll leave you with this: if those who care don't do it, those who don't care will.
Any other questions? Yes.
Yes, Bob. With your clients for adult care, what is it for this year? You have 17?
So adult daycare is a facility that's run like an activity center. And the people, you drop off mom or dad at the adult daycare center.
Okay.
So it's for seniors.
And you have enough staff, right?
We contract that out.
Oh, okay.
Golden Horizons. That's Golden Horizons.
Oh, I wondered about that, Golden, okay.
So one thing I just want to throw out there, everything that he has dotted next to on this is the funding that we receive.
Okay.
Maybe not all of it, but the funding sources that we receive from Region 7.
Because I was wondering, because everybody seems to be, short-staffed, so you outsource, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Elliot, my CFO, would be amiss because he added because of requests, that bottom line.
Okay.
So I don't know if you caught what Beth said. Those are, so your 6,000, that's actually money directed directly to the county. And mainly Beth's programs.
Any other
Thank you.
questions? I would just point out, I've been getting a lot of mailings and phone calls about signing up for Medicare. I'll be glad when it's over.
Call us, we'll save you money.
Yeah.
We've got like a 90% record on saving people
Money.
each client money.
Sure.
It's well worth a phone call if you haven't reviewed it. The consultant will sit with you. They'll log on to your account with you. We got a big screen. We take you and step you through it and show you all your choices. We don't make up your mind for you. That's your domain. But we give you the possibilities.
Yeah. Any other questions? Otherwise, thank you for your presentation, for your work.
Thank you, and thank you for this time, because we don't have a marketing budget. So we spend all our money on services.
We have you on TV now.
I thank you for that.
Moving on. Yeah, move to receive, yes, we need a motion to receive. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have the City of Bay City notification of reappointment of Shelley Niedzwiecki and Debbie Kiesel to the Bay County Land Bank Authority.
I'll make a motion to receive it.
Support. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Equalization Director, revised apportionment report, revised Bay City DDA millage. Your motion to receive.
Support?
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Ways and Means, Commissioner Benajak.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Resolution number 2023-202, Drain Office, 2024 Remonumentation Program. I move to approve this resolution.
Support. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-203, Road Patrol Contracts for the year 2024. City of Auburn, Bangor, Charter Township, Franklin, Cucaulin Township, Cucaulin, Fraser Township, Monitor Township, Pinconning Township, Portsmouth Township, and Williams Township. I move to approve the resolution. Support.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-204, USDA Supply Chain Assistance Funds, $5,384.49. I move to approve this resolution.
Support.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-205, the 2023-2024 grant awards. I move to approve this resolution.
Support. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-206, Region 7, Purchase of Service Agreement, October 1st, 2023 to September 30th, 2023. I move to approve this resolution.
Support?
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-207, A&D Home Health Care Incorporated, Annual Contract Renewal. I move to approve this resolution.
Support. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-208, EMPG ARPA Supplemental Funds, $7,249. I move to approve this resolution.
Support.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-209, EMPG Program Agreement for the year 2023. I move to approve this resolution.
Support. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-210, Bay Alerts Rave Service Agreement. I move to approve this resolution.
Support?
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-211, Alliance Master Service Agreement. I move to approve this resolution.
Support. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-212, One America Agreement for 2024. I move to approve this resolution.
Support.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-213, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Schedule 8 for 2024. I move to approve this resolution.
Support?
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-214, Brown and Brown Agreement for 2024. I move to approve this resolution.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-215, Workmen's Compensation Policy for the year 2024 to 2029. I move to approve the resolution.
Support.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-216, Budget Adjustment for Parking Lot Replacements for $52,295. I move to approve this resolution.
Support?
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-217, Storm Wind Studios Training Agreement. I move to approve this resolution.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-218, County Juvenile Home Parking Lot and County Courts Parking Lot Bid Awards. I move to approve this resolution.
Support.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-219, Department of Aging Kitchen Expansion Bid Award. I move to approve this resolution.
Support?
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-220, Payables. I move to approve this resolution.
Support.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Commissioner Benajak. Commissioner Nemec, Personnel Human Services.
Thank you, Chairman Begic. Resolution number 2023-221, Opioid Settlement Task Force Subcommittee, Opioid Settlement Funds. I move to adopt this resolution.
That would be with the amendment.
With the amendment,
Yeah.
okay.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-222, County Building Basement Repairs. I move to adopt this resolution. Support.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-223, Golf Course Utility Cart. Move to adopt this resolution.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-224, DOA Support Staff Position. I move to adopt the resolution.
Support.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Commissioner Nemec. Now we have Board of Commissioners. I think Mr. Benajak is going to be filling in for Commissioner Herrick on this one.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Resolution number 2023-225, FCAM Family Court Awareness. I move to approve this resolution.
Support.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We're going to have the clerk read the resolution.
Resolution by the Bay County Commissioners, whereas the mission of the Family Court Awareness Month Committee is to increase awareness on the importance of a family court system that prioritizes child safety and acts in the best interest of children, and whereas the mission at the FCAMC is fueled by the desire to create awareness and change in the family court system for the conservatorily estimated 58,000 children a year ordered into unsupervised contact with abusive parents, while honoring the hundreds of children who have been reported as murdered during visitation with a dangerous parent. And whereas the mission of the FCAMC is to increase awareness on the importance of empirically based education and training on domestic violence and child abuse, including emotionally, psychologically, physical, and sexual abuse, as well as childhood trauma, coercive control, and post-separation abuse for judges and all professionals working on cases within the family court system. And whereas the mission of the FCAMC is to increase awareness on the importance of using scientifically valid, evidence-based treatment programs and services that are proven in terms of safety, effectiveness, and therapeutic value. And Whereas the mission of the FCAMC is to educate judges and other family court professionals on evidence-based, peer-reviewed research. Such research is a critical component to making decisions that are truly in the best interest of children. This research includes the Adverse Childhood Experiences Study. Co-principal investor is Vincent Folletti, Kaiser Permittee, CDC. Child custody evaluators' beliefs about domestic abuse allegations. Principal investigator is Daniel Saunders, University of Michigan, sponsored by the National Institute of Justice, and child custody outcomes in cases involving parental alienation and abuse allegations. Principal investigator Joan S. Meyer, GW Law School, sponsored by the National Institute of Justice. Therefore, be it resolved that the Bay County Board of Commissioners hereby declares the month of November to be Family Court Awareness Month and encourages all residents to support their local community's effort to prevent the harm of children in the hands of family members and to honor and value the lives of children.
Thank you. There's some tough words in there.
Yeah.
And we've approved that already, so move on.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Resolution number 2023-226, premium pay for direct care worker funding. I move to approve this resolution.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 2023-227, reports of the county executive for October. I move to approve this resolution.
Discussion? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Commissioner Millage. Report of the county executive.
Don't have a lot to report, but as you know, Mr. Chair, I thought our first meeting relative to the RFPs on the animal shelter went very well. We had 4 proposals that are being under review, and I have to tell you, I think every single company that submitted an RFP for the management, construction management role did an astounding job. Extensive research and information. It'll be hard selecting one, to lead the, the new shelter. However, I think based on what we received, it looked like it was very extensive, and I commend each of those 4 vendors for submitting their proposals. And as you know, Ms. Chair, we're going to spend a lot of time in making sure we get it right. So, thank you.
Yep, thank you. Let's see, commission comments. I have a budget subcommittee report. I'll let you look at it, just summarize it a little bit. We've had quite a few meetings. I really wanted to thank Shauna Walraven and Kim Prisnetz for all their work meeting with us. We spent a lot of hours on it. I didn't keep track of them, but there were quite a few. So we'll have a report coming in next week, and then, not 2 weeks, and then a vote on the 12th. As you can see, it took a bit of time and a lot of meetings. So if you have any questions for us, bring them in for the next meeting or 2. That's all I had. Okay. Unfinished business, new business, second chance at public input. Public input, one more time. Close public input. Miscellaneous, announcements. Any announcements? Don't have any. We'll be having, I think we have a ceremony for Pearl Harbor Day, December 7th, if I remember. Usually they have a ceremony for that, usually out front. Appointments, December, we have the Bay County Veterans Affairs Committee, 1 4-year term, and we have the Department on Aging Advisory Committee for 4 2-year terms for districts 1, 3, 5, and 7. If you could get those in by the appointment time next month, to the board secretary. Thank you. Now we have a closed session. I believe we have a need for a closed session.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Corporation Counsel would request pursuant to MCL 15.268 subsection H, closed session to discuss the written legal opinion of DDA attorney Kevin Kilby regarding Monitor Township DDA counter proposal. Included in that meeting would be the county's attorney Kevin Kilby, finance officer Shauna Walraven, county executive Jim Barsha, Corporation Counsel Amber Johnson, and Nick Page, who is included with our video, as well as a representative of the clerk's office and the board coordinator.
Good. So I need a motion. So moved.
Support.
And we need a roll call vote on this
Nemec,
to go into closed session.
Benajak,
Yes.
Millet,
Yes.
Herrick, Radke,
Yes.
Poyer,
Yes.
Begic.
Yes. Mr. Sergeant at Arms. We're back in session.
Okay.
Would you want to read the motion and somebody can move it then? Or you
Mr.
want
Chair,
somebody
I would simply request that a motion from a board member to follow the recommendation of council as discussed in closed session.
I would make the motion that we follow the recommendation of Attorney Kilby on the DDA. Is that good enough?
As stated in closed session, yes.
Any support for that?
support it.
Discussion? I can't miss discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn, I believe, is in order. I don't see anything else on the agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Hey, Kevin?